MrAusAdventure, I presume.
Hello, Captain Cranky. How you going?
I'm pretty good, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, we just had a few arrive. There's 5 of us at the moment. We're waiting for 2 more that I'm pretty sure are coming. How about you?
Oh, very good. Yeah, there's 9 bikes at the moment.
Oh, very nice.
That's very good.
Oh, I hear a rumble. Here comes some more.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Have a good ride, mate. It's really good to be riding Think the Planet with you and everybody else.
No worries. Everyone say hello to Captain Cranky.
Captain Cranky.
Hello, mate.
Alright guys, so here we are, Sink the Planet 2015 is a go. Revving up the engines now, it's just gone 8 o'clock. We're just waiting on one last person to put on his gloves and we're off. We're good to go. Oh, look at the first smiles already. So here we are, Sink the Planet 2015. So we've got a bit of a monster ride here, everyone's got their helmet covers on. Well, not everyone, but a few people have got their helmet covers on. If you see forward, you're looking at the lights of the Gold Coast, Surfers Paradise, Main Beach, all the big city lights there. That's where we're headed through. Raise some attention, if you like. We'll get some people looking at us and smiling and spread the cheer and the love for monsters on motorcycles. So we've got a reasonably good turnout. There's only a few of us here. There's about 10 of us, I think, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Definitely a bit better than last year, especially the weather is a bit better as well. So in case you're not already aware about what Sink the Planet is, Sink the Planet is a worldwide motorcycle ride, predominantly ridden by motovloggers. Motovloggers are people who make video blogs about certain topics in their motorcycle helmet while they're riding along. So that's what we are, we're motovloggers, and we're talking today about the topic of world peace. So on the topic of world peace, a lot of people think that it's maybe not possible to have world peace. It's too big a thing to change. You know, you look at all the wars and the death and destruction going on around the world, and you think, well, I can't change that. I can't do anything about that. But world peace really needs to start with us. It needs to be a personal thing, something we do ourselves. It needs to begin with you. It needs to begin with myself. We all need to start the process of world peace within our own hearts, within our own community. If we're at peace with ourselves, then we can be at peace with others. We cannot create world peace if we are not at peace with ourselves. There are a lot of people out there suffering from depression, self-hate, things like that. Oh, that's where I was planning on going. The only way you can go about creating world peace is you've got to start with yourself first. So you've got to think of any issues you've got with yourself or any other people around you that might be annoying you, people that might be bringing you down, and you've got to ask yourself some simple questions. So you start with an issue. You might have an issue with Joe Smith, and Joe Smith might have been really annoying you lately for whatever reason, and you might think he doesn't like you, and that might upset you. But you need to ask yourself this question: is it really true? Have a really good hard think about it. Does Joe Smith really hate you? Or is it just because you have different opinions and you've been brought up a little bit different, you might have different beliefs, that you think he doesn't like you? If your answer is still yes and you really think he doesn't like you, then ask yourself again, do you know 100% without a doubt that he doesn't like you? If you saw my rain-soaked adventures last year on Sink the Planet ride, we started just there at the starting grid for the Gold Coast 600. Here we are in the crazy, crazy, crazy Surfers Paradise, tourist capital of Australia. That little girl has crapped herself. Dear, oh dear. People on the bus. Hello. A lot of police back there have given us a real good look. So now we're going through the seedy district of Surfers Paradise. We just went through Cavill Avenue, which is the tourist hub. We'll go around past the other side of that in a minute. But this is the nightclub district here. You've got all strip clubs and everything, and in the middle of the night it's quite dodgy. But this time of night it's quite friendly with family atmosphere, and it's not a bad place to come if you're a tourist. I just love the smiles it brings to the kids' faces. Just over here on our left is the first high-rise building that was ever built in Surfers Paradise, Kinkable. Woo! Alright! Alright, they warmed me up. Bit of a run. We're stopping. Do a wheelie. Good on ya. Do a wheelie, he says. So yeah, there needs to be more tolerance and more understanding from each person. You know, we all come from different walks of life, and we need to understand that other people have different ideals, different viewpoints, different upbringings. So in this day and age with social media and everything, I think it's really important to try and have acceptance for other people. Just realise that they are coming from a different place to you. Just because we have similar interests, like in the motovlogging community, for instance, we've all got this common interest in motorcycles, so we must think that everyone thinks along the same lines as us. You know, we've got that common interest, we're interested in the same thing, we're talking about motorbikes all the time, so all of a sudden you see something pop up that you don't agree with, and all of a sudden we go, hang on, well that person should be just like me because they believe in motorcycles, they like motorcycles, but all of a sudden they're saying something different to me, and I've got to get down their throats, or I've got to be upset or offended by what they've said. When you've just got to realise that people are coming from a totally different upbringing, a totally different headspace. They've got different beliefs to you, they've got different beliefs to me, and we've got different beliefs to them. So everyone's just got to show a little bit more patience and just be a bit more understanding of that. It's that sort of grassroots patience with other people and tolerance of other people, regardless of what sort of walk of life they've come from, whether they've come from a Muslim or a Hindi, a Christian background, whatever. They are human beings. We are human beings. We all have to get along. When it comes down to it, we've all got that core love of other human beings. We need to show that. We need to let that shine through. If we can just be a little bit more understanding about other people's needs and desires, and the fact that they might be coming from a completely different background than us, and that's why they have said something. That's why they might get a little bit upset or offended. If they get upset or offended, well, that's their problem. It's not your problem. It's not your choice. You can only choose your feelings. If someone gets upset at you, that's their problem, not yours. So right now I'd like to introduce you to something called The Work by a lady called Byron Katie. It's something that I looked into a few years ago, and I studied it, and it certainly seemed to help me with a lot of my problems and a lot of the personal issues that I had with some people in my life. And I saw other people have miraculous sort of turns around in their attitude and their daily life, and it really made people enjoy life a little bit more after they did that program. And if you watch a few of the videos that I've linked to down below, then you'll get to see some of that happen on stage at some of the events she holds, and I think it's really valuable stuff to do. Another thing that really helped me understand myself and others that I dealt with on a day-to-day basis is a book called Personality Plus. This book really helped me to understand why I am the way I am and why others are the way that they are, and why we're not all the same. I highly recommend checking it out. I think it's really important to improve your own inner peace within yourself and therefore you can spread that peace through others instead of being upset at people and upset with yourself over certain situations you think might have gone a certain way, but in reality they haven't. It's just your perception of how they've gone, and the other person, the other party, might not have even realised there was an issue at all, or they have seen the issue from a completely different light because they've got a completely different way of looking at things. You just got to be a little bit more understanding of that. I hope this all makes sense. It's hard for me to string it all together when we're on this monster ride and there's so much other stuff going on. But the basic message I want to get through is that we can't solve the world's problems unless we solve our own problems first. We need to have peace with ourselves and those around us before we can start worrying about world peace as a whole. Yes, I agree, the world is pretty messed up. There's a lot of messed up things going on in the world, but overall, I would say 95% of the people are very good people that all want the same sort of thing. Everyone wants the best for their family, the best for their loved ones. They want to live a long, happy and healthy life. They don't want to harm and upset others. So it's just a matter of communicating properly with others and with yourself, and being honest with yourself, with your feelings, and knowing that things can change. You can't change others, but you can change yourself. Only you can change yourself, and only other people can change themselves. You cannot change other people. It does not work like that. We all here? Oh. So what are you doing, woman? So we made it down here to Burley Heads and had a bit of fun down here. Saw some drunken idiots. A few guys had test rides of the MT-07, and yeah, a few people came past and had laughs at us, and we're going to head back now and do the same route that we did on the way down here, but in reverse. And we picked up a few extra blokes, a few extra guys had come down, and they missed the start, but they come down to see us here, and they're going to ride back with us. Oh, I'm absolutely stoked with the reception that we've had for Sync the Planet this year. It's been an amazing reception. I'd like to thank everyone that has come on board this year, alongside the guys who were there for the event last year. We've had an amazing amount of new additions come on board this year, which is great to see, which has just spread the word far and wide. It's been awesome. It's awesome to see this Sync the Planet movement spreading its wings and growing. The momentum is going to be huge over the next few years, I think. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I'd especially like to thank RJ, Royal Jordanian, for coming on board this year. He has, without a doubt, helped spread the word of Sync the Planet far and wide more than anyone else this year, due to his enormous popularity, which has been great. It's been awesome to have you on board, RJ. I'd like to thank the other guys who are in this Sync the Planet thing with me, the guys who are organising it and running it, Docman Rides and Ride Victoria for coming up with the concept in the beginning, particularly Docman Rides for being the driving force behind all this. And Ducati, who has come on board this year and was a part of it last year, but he's really come on board this year and really great at helping out with various different things. And I'd also really like to thank DaMotoVlogga from over in WA, from over in Western Australia, for coming up with the t-shirt design, the logo for the t-shirts for Sync the Planet 2015. That is such an awesome design. He did really well. So the link to his channel will be on the screen right now. Go and check him out. He's an awesome guy, old Laz. And if you would like to grab a t-shirt from Sync the Planet 2015, then the link is in the description down below to where you can grab a t-shirt as well. They're $19.50 US for a t-shirt. There's a range of colours there. And lastly, but definitely not least, I'd like to thank all you guys for supporting Sync the Planet. All you viewers, you people who are watching these videos, Check out the playlist that I've got down below in the description. That is the playlist that I've started for all the videos to Sink the Planet 2015. So I will hopefully chase up all those videos as they come in and add them to the playlist. Hopefully I won't miss any, but there's bound to be some that I miss. But I'll just try and keep track of them all and add them to the playlist as they come in. There's going to be a buttload this year. There's going to be heaps, I reckon. Last year there was only about 30. This year I reckon there'll be over 100. I definitely think there'll be over 100 Sink the Planet videos. Well, I hope so anyway. I'd also like to really thank everyone that came along tonight. I'll put everyone's link down in the description. There's going to be a lot of stuff in the description of this video, I tell you. But I'll put the link to everyone's channel down in the description below. I'd also like to thank everyone who hosted Sink the Planet rides, not only just around Australia here, the guys that I know of, but all the people that I know of and don't know of as well that hosted them all around the world. I'm sure there were lots that I don't even know about, which is awesome. Alright guys, that's the end of Sink the Planet Gold Coast Edition. Thanks so much for watching Sink the Planet 2015, and let's hope we can do something to create world peace. Remember, it all starts with us. It all starts with us. This is it, the end of Sink the Planet 2015.